All right, a special bonus edition of Locked on Auburn. I'm your host, Zach Blackerby. We are joined by Auburn guard Denver Jones. Denver, welcome to Auburn. How have your first few weeks on the plains been so far?
It's been good. Just talking with everybody in the community, just seeing how nice and how generous everyone is. Like, it's just a blessing to be here. I love Auburn.
There was so much excitement when reports came out that you were interested in Auburn and that Auburn was interested in you. What was that transfer portal process like? Who on the coaching staff for Auburn reached out first? And then how did you kind of decide that Auburn was the place for you?
Man, the whole recruiting process was so stressful. Like, the whole recruiting process when you come out of high school all over again. But like times 10 just because it had to be through like a speeded up process, basically.
Yeah.
And the first person that reached out to me from Auburn was SP, Stephen Pearl. And then as soon as I got off the phone with him, 2 minutes later, Bruce Pearl called me. And then ever since then, we built a relationship. And then they said, no, I come on my visit to Auburn. And that was like the best visit I had. I'm saying, talk with the coaches, talk with some of the players, ask them about their experiences here, and it checked all the boxes.
I mean, you're a shooter, right? I don't think there's any question about it. You're effective from behind the arc, and it's clear that Auburn needed that. And it's clear that that was a priority for Bruce Pearl, looking at all the additions like yourself and a few other of your teammates now that are on this roster, Denver. Was that part of the sales pitch? Is like, hey, we need guys that can line it up from deep?
I mean, he just told me that he just needed my scoring ability, you know what I'm saying, and with the guys, and wanted to mold a team together that all like basically had the right mindsets. So he said he's just trying to get all the right guys around each other, and he was just like, my outside scoring would be a great attribute to the team.
How different already is playing at FIU versus playing at Auburn? Obviously, you can't compare game day experiences yet because you haven't been able to do that yet. We're soon. It's so close. But as far as just preparation and the level of coaching and the facilities and all that, what's the biggest difference?
Man, I'll tell you, the first thing I really noticed was that weight room. Of course, like we lifted at FIU, but when I came here, I felt like it was like, it's levels to it. And I feel like that was a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? That kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying? It worked out for the better. I feel like I got a lot stronger since I've been here. You know what I'm saying? It helps a lot. When absorbing contact, playing defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a big part of it. No question about it. So, as far as like other schools that reached out to you, I mean, was there a moment when you were, whether it was on your visit or maybe you were elsewhere and you were like, okay, Auburn's certainly the place for me? Or was it did it not really work like that? Was it more of a, okay, let's get all the information we can, let's sit down and think about it, then decide it's Auburn?
Man, it was really on my visit. We just had my last day. We just sitting, we having a meeting, we just talking, honestly. We just having a decent conversation, just me, SP, Bruce Pearl, and then my family. And it was just basically just telling me like how much it would mean to me, like if I could get into the program, basically just telling me my importance that I would have to the team. And honestly, that's all I've been looking for. Like everything that they told me was everything that I needed to hear. Like that's what I was looking for in the school. So I didn't want to pass up on a great opportunity because they have the whole process, the recruiting process. They're talking to other players as well. So I don't want to pass up on a blessing, which I already know is the right situation for me, and have someone else, you know what I'm saying, going to take that blessing. So I told to myself in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and commit. Like, it's the perfect situation.
Yeah, no, certainly glad that you did. So as far as, I mean, this may be just the way college basketball is now, Denver, but it's like a pretty new roster. I mean, there's guys that have been here a minute, like Jalen Simpson and Dylan Cardwell. I mean, or not Jalen Simpson. I'm still in football mode, Denver. My apologies. As far as Jalen Williams and Dylan Cardwell and several of, those team leaders, like a lot of the guys that are going to get substantial playing time are new faces on this roster. I mean, does that present does that present a different type of challenge as far as, okay, we've got to work a little bit extra on kind of chemistry and things like that before the season starts? Or is basketball just basketball at that point?
It was a little bit. During the summer, we just try to play as many 5-on-5 games we could, like as many runs we could, you know what I'm saying, increase our chemistry, because we know at the end of the day, we're going to be the ones on the court.
Yeah.
Once you get used to playing with someone so much, you start seeing like what they do best, like what their attributes is, what their tendencies tend to be, where they like to shoot the ball from. So I feel like just us doing that as a team, like very often, just increased our chemistry level. And then to the point to where, what you just said, basketball is just basketball now.
Mm-hmm. So in all of your social medias, and I believe this was your number at FIU, you've got 2 and everything. Did you ask for the number 2 when you came here, or is it like, no, Jalen's been here a minute, I probably can't wear 2 here?
I did ask for number 2, but you know what I'm saying, they told me, you know what I'm saying, yeah, they was like, yeah, Jay Will, he wears number 2. But it's kind of a weird story how my number 12 came to be, because I wasn't even gonna be number 12, but like 2 and 1, like I wore 1 in high school and I wore 2 in college, and they just combined them, and then I don't know, it was like kind of built for me to get number 12. I don't know how to explain it to you, but you know what I'm saying, it's just a weird occasion, like how that happened.
I like that. I think that could kind of symbolize like a new start too, like a new era of, the Denver Jones career path, right?
Sure.
That's cool. So as far as Bruce Pearl, we talked about him recruiting you, he and Steven. As far as playing for Bruce Pearl right now, what has that been like in regards to, going through off-season practices, getting ready for this upcoming season?
It's been great. Everything that I thought he was going to be. He wants the best from all his players, and he's going to be, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be on you, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be on you. And you just got to embrace it, you know what I'm saying, get on the court, just do what he say. And I feel like he's a player's coach. Like, he wants you to go out there, play your game. He don't want you to play robotic. He wants you to just go out there, play, and really just win the game. That's really all it is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, I want to ask you to brag on some of your teammates in just a moment, Denver, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs is the best place to find qualified candidates to help enhance the performance of your small business, medium-sized business, large business, doesn't matter what it is. LinkedIn Jobs can help you find people faster and for free. It's kind of like your own personal transfer portal. What we've seen in college athletics, you can go out and get qualified folks. It doesn't matter where they are, because LinkedIn is such a vast array of users and high quality candidates at your disposal. So go to linkedinjobs.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. And once again, linkedin.com/lockedoncollege to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Denver Jones, Auburn shooting guard. So going through practice and playing with all of these new faces, who's standing out to you right now? Because, there's a nice mix of guys who have been here for a minute, guys who've been playing college basketball for a minute. Now they're here at Auburn. And then, bright, young, talented players like Aiden Holloway that are here as well. So name a few guys that are standing out to you so far in practice, if you don't mind.
Chaney, Ada, Chad, them boys. They really, you know what I'm saying? Ada coming in from high school, getting translated right into college. Like, he's one who really surprised me the most. Because, you know what I'm saying? Most people, when they try and make that jump, you know what I'm saying, that jump is pretty hard. But he made it as smooth as possible. You know what I'm saying? Very fluent game. I love the way he played.
Especially that jump as a point guard. That's like your quarterback on the floor, right? He's bringing it down the floor. He's got to know what the play is and where everybody is at all time. And also he's got to have the ability to score. So being able to make that jump as a true freshman, that's a pretty special player.
He's like that. Yeah. Right now, he's like that. They're going to see.
As far as guys that you go up against and like maybe on the defensive side, right? Like when somebody's guarding you and you're like, okay, I've got to put a little extra in on this to make sure I'm able either to get to the basket or create space. Who's defending you the toughest in practice so far?
Two of them. Or I say KD.
Makes sense.
Simo.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, KD. I just can't imagine playing against KD for like a full game. I mean, that's got to be exhausting.
Well, it is, but I love the competition at the end of the day. And me and him both, we compete against each other, making each other better.
Yeah.
And I love how hard he played defense. Like he encouraged me to really like lock in and play defense just as much as he do. Like,
yeah. So Bruce Pearl said this a few weeks ago. I guess it was at media days where he said that you guys are going to have a 10-man rotation, which I'll believe it when I see it. I think it's awesome. I think there are 10 guys that could certainly play. It's just hard to do that logistically and from a minute standpoint. But are you surprised by the depth on this team, Denver? Have you ever been on a team like this before? That's like got 10 guys that the coach believes in.
I've never been on a team like this, but I believe Bruce. Like when I got here and we started practicing, maybe like the first month, right after the first month, I knew right then and there we had 10 guys like that that's gonna be ready to go all game. And he said that media day, like I agree with him. Like I think we have special guys that really can play, you know what I'm saying, throughout the whole game. We can honestly sell 5 in, 5 out if we wanted to.
What does that do for a guy like you who is going to see a lot of minutes? Does it allow you to go harder on the defensive side of the floor, knowing that if you are subbed out, that there's other guys that can kind of, whether it's fill it defensively or from a scoring standpoint? I mean, does that allow you to go harder when you're getting your minutes in a game?
Yeah, I'm in the game, I'm 100%. I know I'm about to come out in a few minutes, so I'm getting 100% while I'm in there. And then once I come out, then I get a breather. And then I know I'm going right back in. I'm going to get 100% again on both sides of the ball.
So you guys have an exhibition game next week. Will you guys like prep for that and watch tape and have like a specific game plan as if you're going through like an actual game? Or will you guys kind of just treat it as, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on us, not necessarily on them?
I think most likely we will try to simulate it as a real game.
Sure.
Because I don't really know all the details yet about how we're going to do it, but I seen the schedule and it was laid out and what we would do on a typical game day.
Sure. Denver, thank you for doing this. And for folks who missed it on social media, Denver, you'll be joining us every week throughout the season, talking about kind of giving us a glimpse behind the curtain inside the locker room as far as what's going on from the Auburn basketball player point of view. So thank you for agreeing to do this. Very, very excited. And best of luck next week, just in case we don't talk before the exhibition game.
Thank you.